Hey Laurel, what's up? Can you hear me?
I can. So tell me a little bit about what's going on, because I looked at your form and I could see where you're thinking that's going to take a really long time. My main question is, why are you doing all that effort to sell them a $7 program? Why are you not just getting them on a call?
So the current framework I have is instead of going directly from Messenger to the call, it's getting them from Messenger, and then I'm actually going to pull up the exact. I'm going to create a Messenger automation framework, so I'm not even responding at this point.
Okay.
And it says, "Hey, so and so, before working with me, I have everyone invest in this. Uh, if you would you like some help approaching women on Tinder?" And they say yes or no. I think it's something like that. And then it says, yes, it's only $7. This is something I have everyone do who wants to work with me. Link. And then it's like a 30 to 45 minute like webinar, but it's like a high quality value based webinar. And then from there, there's like a button to call at the end of it. But it's not like a selling webinar where it's like historically men and women in primitive types. It's like purely value based with me
Mm-hmm.
breaking down individual conversations. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like a mini course, but I figure getting them from free to $9,800 is harder versus they've already been in the pattern of spending money. And then
That's not true at all. Like if I had this hair on fire problem that I wanted to meet someone. By the way, I met my wife on Tinder, and you know how that ended. We're happily married, right, and have been
right.
for the last couple of years. I would not buy a $7 thing. I would be like, I want to get on the phone, figure out how you can help me, and then sell them the thing. Like if your goal by the end of the year is to sell them a $9,800, do the webinar and just push them to the call to sell the offer. Like I think you're overcomplicating it by putting it, like if someone has a hair on fire problem, you're gonna have an issue getting a $7 buyer to buy a $9,800 thing.
But aren't I gonna have more of an issue getting someone who's free to buy the thing?
Nope. All of my high ticket clients, webinar to $25,000 offer, $30,000 offer, $50,000 offer. If you put this $7 thing, you're going to be missing out on the clients that will just happily give you this money straight up.
But I'm also in the qualification
You're not
questions.
You're not pre-qualifying them for with a $7.
They're investing the time, and now it's somebody who like is willing to do the work because they couldn't even buy. They had to watch that thing, and they paid for it to even jump on a call with me.
$7 still, it's not gonna, like, you're gonna get better results if you skip the $7 thing.
Can I start with it? Because I think it's like
you could do it.
I mean, the only difference is whether or not
you're the slow. So what you're going to be doing is paying to get $7 sales, right? Are you willing to spend $77 for someone to watch this webinar? How much ad spend do you have?
Because depends how many. It's a losing funnel.
$77 for a $7 sale.
So then I could make it 97 and make it profitable, and then make it like a slight profit, and then the upsell is $9,800 offer.
It's not going to be that easy, but yes, you could do that, and I will help you do it. But I guarantee if you want to sell as many of this as you want, it's going to be a hard road. Because if I wanted to get as many people to this $9,800 offer, and this is as good as you say it is, I would want as many eyeballs onto this so that I can move.
That webinar is going to be really fucking good.
Well, then there you go. I do that all day long. I do that all day long. Is like I literally get people onto a high value webinar that people can't even freaking like believe that I just did it for free, and we just move them forward into the
I literally took 10 Tinder conversations from start to finish and break down every single thing that happened and didn't happen.
You know what's the making of a great free offer is that it hurts to give it away for free.
Yes, exactly. And then I'm going to release.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes a great free offer.
Right.
Is that it hurts to give it away for free.
I mean, I thought that like having them exchange just like a little bit of money would get them in the pattern of buying, and I'm going to screen out anybody who's not going to.
That's not.
Here's the funny thing. We might both be right. We might both be wrong. I'm going to need data to know whether or not it was the right move.
I'm okay, but like I'll help you do whatever you want. Let
Right.
me mathematically tell you how this, what is your monthly ad spend?
0 so far. I haven't shot my
No, I
count
know,
yet.
but how much are you willing to spend?
Depends what I mean, I could if I knew I was gonna ROI,
No,
I could
you don't know you're going to ROI. See, this is the thing. You don't know you're going to ROI. How much ad spend are you willing to put into this and get $0 back?
The interesting thing is the difference
No,
between
no, no.
0 sales.
Just answer the question. How much money are you willing to put into this ad spend without getting any money back?
I don't know.
Because think about this. If you're paying $77 per one person to watch that webinar, to get 10 people to watch this webinar, right? You're going to have spent $777 for 10 people to watch that webinar, right?
If one of those people
I'm just
buy, I
trying to
won.
do simple. I'm just trying to help you do simple
Yes,
math
I
here.
appreciate that. If one person buys, I win out of those 10.
Absolutely, but typically, like, you're going to want at least, a couple hundred people to watch that webinar to fully test this funnel. That's all I'm saying is, like, we want, remember, in order to test whether that's going to work, we want 500 leads, right? So, I mean, that is, a considerable amount of money. So I would say if you are willing to put in 5K, and that's not even close to covering that.
I have an idea. Why don't, it might be a tiny bit slower, but regardless of whether it's free, $7, $97, the funnel is still the same.
Exactly. It is.
So why don't I?
You're gonna get volume. Remember, you want volume. Think about this, okay? Let's say you spend, $5,000 to get 500 people here, right? If you spend, that would be, so 500 people versus, let's just do some rough math, times 5 times 50. 500 people watching your webinar versus 50 people watching your webinar. Which is the better chance that you're going to hit your goal?
I think they both will, but 500.
Okay, that's fine. The only thing I could do is advise you guys to what I see
100%.
in the future, and I will help you dial this in. But I just want you to to make sure that you have at least $5,000 and spend that entire $5,000 on the $7 offer. Do not give up. If you're going to do it this way, I need you to commit so that we could dial it in. Don't spend $1,000, freak out and be like, it's not working, and then change strategy.
So the interesting thing is whether or not it's free or it's $997, the strategy as a whole is still the same. It's still automated messenger to the webinar.
It is the same strategy, but how you're going to get those leads is going to be dramatically different.
It is?
Yes. 500 leads versus 50. That's a huge freaking difference.
But they're still coming from the webinar.
Yes.
Are you saying the ad spend value? Are you saying the ad spend value is different based off of?
Yes. If you get 500 people to watch and at $10 a lead, you can get 500 leads watching your webinar for $5,000. $77 times, let's see, $77 times 500. What is that? 0, 0, 35, 0, 0, 35.
Oh, you're saying the acquisition cost is way lower if it's free versus $7 because everybody will watch it.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to get the same amount of people to watch it. You're gonna spend $38,000 for the same 500 rather than spending 5,000 to get 500.
Oh no, that's not cost effective. I should either charge like 97 and expect the conversion rate to drop like crazy, or
that's not my point. That's not my point. Is I'm showing you like this right here. It doesn't matter. Like if you have a $97 product, that's going to be even harder. Like you're probably going to spend upwards of $200 to acquire a $97 customer. That's what I'm saying. Like a $7 offer converts at about $77.
What does a free offer convert at?
8 to 10.
So maybe I should start with free, and then as revenue comes in, I get a couple sales, then I can decide to charge whether or not. But as of this point, I don't want to be out the ads money until I get that, like those first few sales. So I should start with
that's exactly like that's what I'm recommending that you do. You want the
all right, I'll do that.
You get what I'm saying though? You
I
get
will,
the cash flow.
Laurel, I will start with free.
It makes sense though. I want you to say yes. This makes sense or
Yes,
no, it does
no,
not.
those numbers make sense, but from a cash flow perspective, as like a new business, starting with free makes sense.
Do you need cash flow or do you want to scale? Because if you have the cash flow, absolutely go the $7. But if you need cash flow, going free and selling the shit out of this offer gives you the cash flow then to be able to go and dial the paid offer in. Makes sense? Like I would have never just gone, like the only reason my $7 offer works is because I had the cash flow from my agency and this program. Like I didn't start with my $7 offer. I would have been crazy to start with a $7 offer. You either need cash flow or you want scalability. If you want
I
scalability,
don't need that much. I don't need that much cash flow. I need really to do what I want to do. I probably need 7 or 8 sales, and then I can let it be slow and long-term higher profits, but I can't start with 0.
yeah, this right here will give you the best chance for that cash flow.
So just make it free. Is there a page or like, I don't know if it's
all
on
in the
ClickFunnels.
yep, it's all in the webinar intensive training.
No, I'm saying, is there a page that's both you can charge for it and that's free, so that when I upgrade it, I don't have to do the same work to rebuild the entire landing page?
You don't have to. You just put a check-in. You'll just put a checkout page in the middle of it.
Okay, every webinar or something like that.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, very welcome. Karma.
Hello.
Hello. We're having some good conversations on this call today.
That was amazing market research.
What I just did here?
The last conversation, because that's pretty much because I pretty much do what you're doing organically instead of ads. And that's what's the concept, understanding that concept is the difficult part. So seeing that was like, oh my God, this is what my clients are going through exactly, and how I explain it. And it was like,
yeah, because
great.
because at the end of the day, right? It's like you either have the cash flow to sell this, but his goal, like if his goal was to scale his business because he had too many of these offers out there, I would absolutely say, okay, let's build a self-liquidating offer, right? That's going to get them in. But like, if you need cash flow, we need to get as many people's eyes on this webinar as possible. So we're going to have the same conversation. We're kind of going to have a blended conversation